Okay, so the stream's gonna start in a minute, and I'm hoping, and since it's 6 a.m. I can't really speak or I can't really be as loud as I'd want to, but I do think so. Yeah. So I just woke up. I can't really speak as loud. So maybe my reaction won't be as cool. Won't be as good. I don't know. I won't be as jumpy or loud. I can't be loud. I have a roommate. Okay. Speculation, I think Dante is very likely because of the DMC Twitter account. DMC Twitter account saying I don't know where am I watching. Oh shoot. Yeah, so Dante maybe.
Hello everyone, I'm Masahiro Sakurai, director of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate from Sora Limited.
Hi Sakurai.
We'll be using today's showcase to give you a first look at our next DLC fighter.
No pre-announcement.
Actually,
it's crazy.
Hardly anyone knows what we'll be announcing today,
yeah,
even among Nintendo staff worldwide.
Really now?
The development team and other stakeholders have been working on this fighter with the utmost secrecy.
That's crazy.
Which means other Nintendo staff around the globe will only start making preparations for release after the showcase has been broadcast.
That's crazy.
So it won't be available right away.
Okay.
Please understand that it will take a little time.
Okay, so unlike previous presentations, it's not a same-day release.
Employees will be surprised to see this and say, "Wow, really?" So let's all share in the fun of getting our hands on the latest information. However, even if you say, that's not the character I was picturing, I hope you don't have any hard feelings. We've prepared a fighter reveal video. Once it starts, I think you'll figure out who it is pretty quickly. Now, let's do this.
I want Phoenix Wright, but I see it being either Ryu Hayabusa or Dante. It's a Fire Emblem character. Interesting. It's a Fire Emblem character.
The time has finally come.
Okay, there's some skipping.
The forbidden spell of Zaharas upon our enemies.
Okay, well, I'm glad for Fire Emblem Three Houses fans. I'm not too into it, or I'm not too into Fire Emblem in general.
What were you thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap? As you and I are one, I too am
There's a bunch of
in this void.
There's a bunch
In
of
time,
frame skipping.
Our hearts and minds
Oh my
will cease
god.
to be.
Let me just
Are you
there you go. Or not.
prepared to die?
Sure, I don't care about being live. So Byleth.
I thought as much. I also do not wish to die. And yet there is no other choice. You must join Smash.
There it is. There it is.
Join Smash Brothers already. What in the world are you waiting for?
Yeah, bro, just accept the invite. Jesus Christ, dude, come on. There it is. Join Smash House.
Smash consumes even the darkness itself.
What? That is a cool looking stage. Oh my god, it's the others. Cool. I only watched my friend stream the game a bit. Okay, so pick images of him getting bodied.
So you return, and something unexpected. I see. Too many swordsmen, are there? And you?
Oh my god.
The sword as well? What will you do?
The too many swordsmen thing? Oh shit. Female bi. Of course they are. Duh.
So that is how you plan to win the day? So be it. I reward your cleverness this time.
Too many sword fighters. Huh?
How is this?
What? Byleth recruits Byleth. What the hell does that mean?
Of anyone, you should be able to handle the hero's relics.
There you, okay, at least, yeah, it's not just another sword fighter. I'm cool with that.
Secure your reach. Use Amir's overwhelming power.
But how does it work? Oh wait, we have later. We have later.
Unleash the blinding speed of Failnaught.
That looks like
The sword
arrows.
Each weapon matches a direction.
Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, that's a really cool looking stage. All right. Yeah.
To you, both sides of time are revealed. Through Smash, show the world.
That's a cool looking stage. I'm glad it's not just swordsman. I'm glad that the hero relics, that's what it's called, right? I'm glad that those are
Yes, there you have it. Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses is joining the battle.
Seems just about right.
Fire Emblem Three Houses was
surprised.
released just last summer, so it's still very new. Even so, you'll soon be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
I'm happy for Fire Emblem
This
fans.
release is planned for January 28th. You'll have instant access if you
Okay,
have Super
so-
Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighter
Hey,
Pack,
lucky me, that's
and it'll
after
also be
Genesis
available
7.
for purchase individually. In case you're not familiar with Fire Emblem or Three Houses,
I'm really
I'll
cold.
explain a few things, so don't worry.
Really cold, I should have worn jacket.
First off, what is Fire Emblem? It's really hard to pronounce in Japanese. The producer said it's okay if I just say Fire Emblem. But when writing it, if you don't write Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem police will come and get you, so please be careful.
Fire Emblem.
The series' first entry launched in Japan on the Famicom in 1990.
I feel like,
You could say
are we
it's
getting a
pioneer
history
in
of
the
Fire
genre
Emblem?
of
I
tactical
don't
role-playing
think we
games.
need that.
You might be wondering what makes it particularly tactical.
Again, I don't know, maybe
Well,
people
it's
are just that
tactical
dumb.
in that it simulates combat. You can think of it as moving pieces in a board game, or in other
Yeah.
words, a game in which you
Strategy
advance units
RPG,
across a
yeah.
grid and battle. When we talk about tactical games of that era, there were lots of ones in which you command tanks, aircrafts, and so on. But Fire Emblem was unique because each unit was a specific character, sort of like in role-playing games.
Yeah.
Plus, something made it stand out from other Nintendo products. Characters could permanently die. That's pretty direct language though, so perhaps we should just say they're sleeping with the fishes. But really, if a character fell in battle, you'd lose that unit. They'd be gone and you couldn't use them again. Recent entries in the series maintain this concept of permadeath to some degree in classic mode and what have you. But a lot of games now allow strategic withdrawals, so to speak. In the older games, your units would really be gone, never to be mentioned again. Scary. The game's stories are told like chronicles of war, with increasingly distinct characters and engrossing scenarios.
Yeah.
Several characters also appear in the Super Smash Bros. Series, and 6 of the 7 can use a counterattack. It's their down special.
Six have a
There's actually
counter.
reason
Oh
for
my
this.
god.
When I was considering how to incorporate Fire Emblem fighters into Super Smash Bros. Melee, I thought it might be interesting to reflect the turn-based nature of the original game. First comes your opponent's turn.
I'm
You
lowering the
attack
volume.
and you
My
counter.
volume a bit.
Next comes
There.
your turn.
I kind of saw and I think I might be a bit too loud.
And now, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the 17th game in the series.
17th. I didn't even know
People who
that.
aren't Japanese in particular might be thinking, 17 games? There are that many? Well, if you include Fire Emblem Heroes in the remakes, but you don't include the Satellaview game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE, and Fire Emblem Warriors, then it comes out to 17 games. Let's
Okay,
try
so
playing them
excluding
in the
spin-offs.
Fire Emblem Can You Say It challenge.
No.
I'll give it a try.
Okay. Thrakia? Is that how you pronounce it?
There you go, 17.
So that's where that's from.
So you saw
I
how
guess
was
that's-
counting in a weird way, right? I was counting in binary.
Oh.
This is 0. Fold this here and you get 1, and then you get 2. Then 2 plus 1 equals 3. So this would be 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you get 16. Add 1,
Oh, I
you get
see.
17.
They're doing
Awesome,
because
isn't it?
3 houses. Because 3 houses.
You can actually count up to
I guess-
31 on one hand.
I guess people
And
write
if you
on
use both
speculation,
hands,
or like,
you can count all the way up to 1023.
I guess that screen cap they showed on Twitter did matter, because
If
like
you've given up
it was
counting the knots
him
and it's a tiny
posing
hat, you could
the
always give
3.
it a go.
Yeah.
What is Fire Emblem Three Houses? In Japanese, the male version of the main character is called Bereto, and the female version is called Byleth.
Bereto,
But in English, they
Byleth.
share the same name, Byleth.
Mm.
Byleth becomes a professor who ends up leading one of 3 academic houses. Once you've chosen a house, you guide them through their school life, and, well, you end up fighting the other houses. After a certain incident, 5 years pass, and you meet up with your grown-up students to battle against the other houses in their regions.
Yeah.
It's a very sad
Time
game
skip.
in which your former allies become enemies, turn hostile, and try to kill you. To understand the concept of Fire Emblem Three Houses, I played an early version of the game before its release.
Oh. Okay.
I've done the same thing before, with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example.
Yeah.
Because
Seems
I couldn't
right.
wait until launch to experience it, or we'd have never made it in time. For that
Yeah.
title, I borrowed an early version of the game for 2 days, ran around all the areas, saw the ending, and realized
2
for the
days.
first time, I guess we can't really have Breath of the Wild's Princess Zelda as a fighter.
Okay, so that was the case for Breath of the Wild Link.
I did the same this time, but with there being 3 houses and multiple endings, it was really hard to get a feel for it. And of course, there weren't any walkthroughs I could reference. The game has multiple routes, and the outcome
I like
for
this
each
song.
is very different. Your experience will vary depending on the route you choose, and many of the characters you meet will adopt different roles in the story. I'll try to avoid spoilers when I'm talking about the fighter. I hope you'll understand.
While eliminating spoilers. Okay.
Before my demonstration, I should point out that when I did the Terry Bogard showcase video, I mentioned that it was recorded a month in advance. But this time, we have to account for the holidays and such, so we're filming 2 months in advance of this video's release.
2 months.
Right now, it's actually November.
Oh.
Therefore, some of what I'm about to show you might differ a bit from the finished version. As always, I'm using a special in-game camera and such for demonstration purposes.
Interesting.
Here I go.
Byleth.
So this is our new
Okay.
fighter, Byleth.
Yeah, I'm not really live, but I'm fine
Sadly,
with
they're
that.
lacking in mobility. It's maybe a bit better than Robin's, but that's about all you can say.
So they're slow.
Throws are not
Alright.
their strong point either.
And
They're
the throws
bad
aren't very
lax
good.
range. But actually, you could say that they're distance demon.
So what are these
Hero's
owners?
relic they
Or
use changes
Spacey? No,
depending on
not
the direction
Spacey.
you input with the stick. Each of the
Oh.
hero's relics is a weapon that appears in Fire Emblem Three Houses. They look like bones, and there's a reason for that. First, let's talk about the weapon Byleth uses for upward inputs, the Sword of the Creator. The Sword of the Creator here is Byleth's
I still love the
default
trailer. Just like
They use it for flurry
too many
attacks and
swordsmen
tilt attacks,
here
such as
use a
downdraft
bunch of this
attacks,
shit.
where it takes the form of a whip. They also use the sword for dash attacks and other moves. For their up smash attack, they'll whip the sword upward to launch enemies in the air.
Okay. So
For their up air attack, they'll wave the whip sword overhead.
they use the sword whip.
The hit
For
detection for this attack
normal
lasts
moves.
for a relatively long time.
So dash attack, tilt,
The up special
smash
move is
attacks.
really
Some
simple.
smash
The
attacks.
sword extends like this. allowing you to
Up
do
special.
things like this.
The fuck was that?
It was pretty terrifying how I knocked him into the air with that attack. And in addition,
What the fuck is that?
you can do awful things like this.
And you can still act out of it, like
That
after
said,
you
you'll
grab
launch
someone.
opponents upward until their damage reaches a certain percentage.
Okay, upward when low, down when high.
Exceed that percentage and you'll need to be careful. You may find it helpful to mid-air dodge. I've already shown this, but you can also use it to latch onto edges.
Yeah,
So that's the up special.
that's cool.
Now for the sideways inputs. This is air far, the same name as the weapon from
Oh
Kyoto
wait,
Hall.
no. Okay, so like up, every
First,
up
we'll go
up
through the
is
forward
the
and back
sword,
air attacks.
sword whip.
As you can see, they have a long reach. Like so.
Like up air, up tilt, up smash. Okay,
Marth's air attack.
that's
keeps
what the
opponents in
that's what the
check too.
trailer meant. Okay.
If Byleth does the same thing, you'd win out, so you should be able to beat it. Next, the side smash attack. This also has a long range. It'll connect even from here.
Okay, so yeah, there's a lance. I think it's yeah.
Also, if you add an upward tilt, it will
What
be
the
stronger.
fuck? How small is the stage?
And if you've knocked an opponent down, the side attack won't hit unless you add a downward tilt to aim for them.
There you go.
By the way, the tip of the lance is more powerful.
Yeah,
The shaft
You
part
know,
is
this-
weaker,
makes sense.
so it's not suited to close combat.
Yeah, you have to like
It
space it
won't deal
properly.
much damage, and it won't launch opponents far.
Ugh, boy.
That's why, as a rule, you want to hit with the blade part aimed upward.
Aim upward. So it's
Or
like
downward in this case.
okay.
Next,
It's like
the side
the
special.
blade is curved, so you have to hit the bottom of the curve. I can see that.
Byleth
upward.
will simply swing the lance like this, but again, it has excellent reach. For example, even when your opponent is at this distance, it'll still hit. Actually, you can do a smash attack to charge forward a little, like this. But as you'd expect, it can be easily shielded, so be careful.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
Use it in midair and you'll carve up a large area.
You do a flip. That makes you cooler.
Returning to the side air attacks from earlier, they have great horizontal reach, but they lack verticality.
Vertical. Okay, so it's just like
So
straightforward,
this
straight back.
complements it well,
And then
although
side
you'll be
B
vulnerable
does
when
like
you land.
arc, not really arc, like a dolphin
Now,
shape.
for the downward inputs. For these, Byleth will use an axe called Emir.
Axe.
It's named after a weapon that appears in Ugaritic myth.
Wait, what's the first thing as
the
down?
air attack. It really is strong.
Okay,
You
It's a
can
spike,
For a meteor
yeah.
effect with this attack.
it's a spike.
Next is the down smash attack.
Okay, that's down
A
smash.
heavy swing of the axe back and forth. As you can see, it has a great deal of launch power.
Mhm.
And for the down special, Byleth channels all their energy into a devastating.
No one's
strike.
gonna use that
It's a bold move,
unless it's like free for all,
but here's what makes
and
it different.
people are stupid. Usually people are.
When readying the
goofing
move,
off a
there's
lot.
super armor effect,
Okay, there's super armor at least.
which allows you to withstand an attack.
It's pretty much like
Just so you know, if you execute
Warlock
the Falcon
punch.
at about the same time,
the
plays
fuck.
out like this. It's a bit slower than the Falcon Punch, but due to the
It's-
super armor effect, you have the advantage,
It's slower by super armor. Wow.
unless you get grabbed.
Yeah, duh. Yeah. Get grabbed.
Another notable aspect is that it lets you pass through platforms.
Huh?
While you're charging up, you can breeze past platforms
Okay,
like
you
this
could
to reach
fuck-
a lower area.
You could fuck with people
It
that way.
won't let you jump, but you could use it as a surprise attack. Also, you can turn around during the move.
Okay, so turn
This
around
one
and
takes a
platform.
while. So if an opponent runs behind you during the move, you can quickly change direction. Even though it can be hard to land a hit with this move, it can be really effective when used against a group of opponents.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Plus,
Free
even if you
throws.
fail to land a direct
And
hit,
doubles.
any opponents on the ground nearby will still be launched a little.
Okay.
It's as if the quaking of the ground launches them. By the way, earlier I talked a little bit about the other Fire Emblem characters' moves. I don't recommend using this down special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series because
The
there's
counter.
just loads of counters.
Holy
It
shit.
hits with that
Also,
much
how
power
small is
in a
that stage?
single attack. Counters can actually multiply the power of blocked attacks, and using easily anticipated attacks like this could just get you hit by counter after counter.
Yeah. Okay.
Next, we have the neutral moves. The bow you use is called Failnaught, which shares its name with the bow from the Knights of the Round Table.
Okay, so we
It
obviously
only
know that
appears
this
in a
is...
few neutral moves. You've got the neutral air attack. This
Oh.
attack is similar to a move of Pit's and other fighters like him. It lets you spin
I
the
hope it
weapon
works.
around.
So that's a
It's
spinny
also
move.
easy to create certain combos with it.
Like drag down.
And with the
drag
neutral
keep down
special,
stuff.
you'll let loose an arrow.
Yeah,
It
makes
seems
sense.
pretty straightforward, right? But there are a few noteworthy aspects to this bow.
You can charge it. Right?
First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire, the arrow travels at high speed. It's also very powerful.
So it has a long
That said,
startup?
you can still cancel out of the stance using the shield.
Okay, but you can cancel it.
You
It's
can
just...
also change direction while in the stance. It works up until this point, but if you keep holding the button, you'll unleash a
Beam of
powerful
light.
arrow that looks like a beam of light.
How strong
You can
is
perform
that?
this move by keeping the button held down. You charge up power like so, charge a bit more, and then fire.
29
But again,
damage.
you'll need to take care when
Wow.
using this move.
Yeah.
For one, when you've powered up the move to its max, there's no way to cancel out of it.
There's no
Even
canceling
with the
it.
shield button.
Okay.
In other words, you're committed to firing it.
You have to commit.
So you see, a situation like this is pretty terrible.
Yeah. That's pretty bad.
Once you've entered the stance, you won't be able to do anything,
Yikes. Okay.
which means it's quite the risky attack to use against fighters who have a move with a reflector effect.
So
But you can
Fox
always
Wolf.
just aim into the fray, as it is, after all, a long-range move,
Mhm.
letting you deal a sudden blow to opponents. So you need to think carefully when using this projectile weapon. Byleth's final smash is called Progenitor God Ruptured Heaven. In the original game, there's a move called Ruptured
I
Heaven. This is an enhanced version.
Huh.
As you can see, you team up with the mysterious Sothis and launch an attack together. Now, let's talk about the color variations. It's
I like
set so
female
that the
Byleth.
default and odd-numbered color variations
You
are
know
male,
why.
while
You
the
know why.
even-numbered ones are female. However, the third, fourth, and fifth colors are, as you can see, reminiscent of the house.
I like that. That's neat.
Those of you who played the original game will of course understand what I'm referring to. The sixth color is based on Sothis, who you just saw earlier.
Yeah.
And the seventh and eighth variations have a different hair color, which is based on something that occurs in the course of the original game's story.
Okay.
Didn't we see this variation in the final smash?
Huh. And in the trailer. Or like, during the explanation. I just assumed that you could change hair color.
Next, I'll introduce the stage. For this one, we of course tried to recreate the place where you spend most of the game, Garreg Mach Monastery. This is how Garreg Mach Monastery is laid out in the original game.
First
In
floor,
these,
second
we chose
floor.
to have it cycle through the marketplace, reception hall, bridge,
Bridge.
and cathedral all in one stage.
Mm.
It's the type of stage that rotates through different areas, such as these four. Let me introduce each of the guests that appear in these four areas. The first area is the marketplace. I think this is where a lot of people come to do their shopping. The guests that appear here are students of the Blue Lion's
Lion.
house, Dimitri, Dedu, and Ingrid. Not
Dedu.
Dimitri, Dudu, or Ingrid. Their names are a bit difficult to say. They're largely from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Since it's a kingdom, that means they have a
The
monarchy.
Jew.
For that reason, I guess you could say Dimitri's the future king. He had quite a difficult life and may or may not end up with just one eye. He's an
May or
unfortunate
may
one,
not.
that one. There are vendors on either side. In the original game, these are important booths where you buy all sorts of things. But,
In this game, you just break them.
here you can break them, you see. If you
Fucking
do break
asshole.
them, the stage will expand to the left and right.
It's a nice
I wonder where
stage.
people will buy their supplies now.
It's a nice stage. Yeah.
And in the background, you can see
Oh
the
my
gate.
god, it's my favorite character.
You often pass through this area in Fire Emblem 3 houses, and you end up
So
talking to
cool.
Claude.
I love him.
Moving through these areas is possible thanks to this mysterious platform. Just when it seems like you've come to a stop,
Yeah, just break the roof.
you'll come crashing back down. We've broken through the ceiling and slammed into the building. And the guests in the reception hall are
Oh my
Aelgar,
god.
Dorothea, and Petra of the
Oh,
Black
no,
Eagles.
yeah, Petra.
Take note, it's not spelled Edelgard. They're from the Adrestian Empire,
The Black Eagles.
and as such, they
Oh
embrace
my
their
god.
military might. Edelgard is one of the characters who is central to the conflict. Depending on the path you take, she'll go through some terrible ordeals. You'll notice there are prominent chandeliers above the stage.
You could
It's
jump on them.
possible to knock them
Oh
down.
yeah, you could see them. Right there.
However, Byleth can't actually reach it, even though it's their stage. You can reach it with other fighters, though. So, it's nice if you can work your way up there by getting lucky and being launched up, or perhaps by using another fighter as a stepping stone. There we go. I made it. And
Now
you
just
can
break
knock
it.
Also, you can break this table. Like so.
Yeah. This
Just
asshole,
like the sign
just
that
break
reads
it.
Fudin Kazan in the
Fucking
Suzaku
jerk.
Castle stage. It can break if you launch the opponent into it at close range. Next up, the bridge.
Where's the
camera
boy?
rotates 90 degrees, creating this long
Motion. The frame is motion.
It's very wide
There's the
indeed.
boy. Motherfucking Lorenz.
area. It's similar to the bridge of Elden stage. The guests are from the
Lorenz.
Golden Deer: Claude, Hilda, and Lawrence.
Yeah.
They belong to the Leicester Alliance.
Okay, where's my friend should stream?
Because it's an
I
alliance
need
of
to use
many
his
noble
Hilda
families,
command.
you could say that they have a wide assortment of members. And Claude is the sharpest of the bunch. Incidentally, both Claude and Hilda are the names of characters that appear in Genealogy of the Holy War, the 4th title in the Fire Emblem series. I
How about
guess
Lorenz?
once you've reached the 17th game and are creating 40 characters for each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap. The naming process
big.
must be tough. Hey, it looks like the Pegasus Knight is busy training. As for the bridge's design,
Fucking
it's
Lorenz.
just a long pathway, plain and simple. You can expect plenty of blows to be exchanged at the edges of the screen. You could also say it's a place where the fail knot really shines, and in this sense, I think it suits the Golden Deer perfectly. The last area is the cathedral,
There's that.
only with some platforms you can
No.
pass through. The guests appearing in the cathedral are Sedith, Flayn, and Rhea.
Yeah.
There's Sedith, who appears to have an extremely strong bond with his sister, Flayn. She seems to be under the protection of him and Rhea, who you can see fighting during the opening of Fire Emblem 3 Houses. All three have character quirks related to their true identities. I feel that Flayn might be saying shush at this point, so I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. This spoiler or some shit.
This is a simple area of the stage. All it has are these platforms.
Hmm.
Being the last area, it may be a place where some intense battles will be waged.
I do like the stages.
It'll cycle
Like
through
the
each
layout
location
are
in about
alright.
2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes.
Okay, today we'll have a tag team battle in Squad Strike with the DLC team pitted against Fire Emblem
Nice.
protagonists from throughout the ages. That'll give us precisely 5 players per side.
And he chose. He
Alright,
chose.
here we go, Joker.
Chose female.
Joker! And Hero!
He just...
Gee, we really made a lot, huh? Banjo! By now, I think you know what I'm doing. But basically, I'm trying to defeat all 5 opponents with just the professor here.
DLC 5 team.
But as expected,
Wow.
it's going to be a pretty tough battle.
Or DLC
using
team,
anything
wow.
I can get my hands on. It's not going to land that easily. Uh-oh, this is bad. Bennigan's. I better keep my distance. I'll use this chance to attack. Got him. That's scary. He's invincible for a moment here. Lots of explosives. Ouch. He perfect shielded that, huh? Good one. If I do this, or like so. No anti-air, huh? There, the soccer ball connected.
Get the assist trophy. Wait, okay, cool.
There's Mom.
There's Mom. Nice.
You're in a good spot, Mom. I shouldn't have taken that. Gardevoir. Well, I guess no one uses projectiles. At this point, it doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there or not.
Yeah.
I feel like the enemy might get this smash ball. See? They got it. But I mustn't give up.
Huh. What the?
Don't
Wait.
waste the chance.
That was a lot of shield damage. That was a lot of shield damage.
There's another smash ball. Yes, got it.
It's wild.
Now, what are you charging up for? There's still more. Whack. Go on, you can take the hammer, but it's mine. Although I'm scared I might get hit with a counter in this state. I hit him.
That was fun.
I was trying to fight using Byleth's abilities alone, but what matters is that I won. Good game. It can be
Use the
fun to play
DLC
like this,
costume.
especially in tag team, so I think it's a good idea to try imposing different types of challenges on yourself. The end.
Okay, what songs? I assume like at least
Now,
20.
about the
Or
additional
around
music.
10 to 20.
Since it's from the Fire Emblem
Makes
series,
sense.
we'll be adding each of the new tracks to all the Fire Emblem stages.
Mm-hmm.
There are already a lot of Fire Emblem tracks in the game. Our selection this time has been made taking those existing tracks into consideration.
Yeah,
11 songs
11.
are being added.
With new, with the stars being remixed.
This includes an arrangement of the main theme in both Japanese and English. I hope you'll enjoy these as well. We're also adding in a new spirit board. It includes the house leaders among
Where's
some of the other popular
Lorenz?
characters.
Hope.
Sophist is Legend class. Also, there's a new classic mode route, a Heroic Legacy, which is designed to let you enjoy classic Fire Emblem stages from throughout the series' history. The final battle is against Master Hand and Crazy Hand, but you'll find that something pretty amusing happens, so look forward to that. Now for the Mii Fighter costumes.
Okay.
Please take a look.
Alright, let's see what they got. Let's see what they got. Let's see what they got. I assume a bunch of Fire Emblem and Zelda. Really? Really? Really now? Huh. Is this just a bunch of Ubisoft? Oh god. It's just a bunch of Ubisoft costumes. That was nice, right? Okay, more Mega Man X. Is it Vi? Okay, it's Gunner X. I'm glad that that's back. I don't know why they removed it. They shouldn't have. And Battle Network. I believe this is also in the previous game, but I'm glad it's back. I believe it was on Smash 4, but I don't remember much. Cuphead? That's sick! Gunner. Okay, that makes sense. And a music track is included. Oh, I have to buy this one. And maybe I'll buy the Altair one too. I don't know. That's crazy. I'm glad that they're doing more of those. The music track with the Mii costumes. That's pretty neat. 75% each, yeah. It's pretty cool.
This time, we're releasing a Cuphead costume.
Oh yeah, Cuphead! I'm very surprised.
For those of you who purchased the Cuphead costume, an additional song will be added. It's called Floral Fury, and it's the theme that plays when fighting Cagney Carnation. I hope you enjoy these as well. After purchasing a costume, I recommend using the sharing feature. If someone has created a Mii fighter, you can play using the costume it's wearing immediately after you download it.
So you don't have to buy it.
And now, onto the amiibo.
Yay! Dark Samus and
The
Richter.
color palette for Dark Samus looks pretty good, doesn't it? Dark Samus and Richter are planned for release
Available
on Friday, January 17th.
Tomorrow. Of course. Of course.
And now, with the addition of Byleth, the Fighter's Pass is finally complete. The lineup was Joker, Hero, Banjo and Kazooie, Terry Bogard, and Byleth.
So what's interesting is that I thought it would all be third-party characters,
From more than 70
but I guess not.
only 5 have been added.
It's interesting.
But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. It was cool.
There really were a lot of new mechanics, weren't there? When we add a new fighter, we don't simply make their attacks or their movements a little different. Instead, we try to offer you a whole new style of play.
I think that's really cool. Byleth just fucking died.
As I stated, we'll continue to release more DLC fighters down the line.
I doubt
thought
that.
that 1 or 2 might suffice, but, well, have a look.
Huh? Whoa, 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 whoa. Are they announcing some of it now? Okay, Challenger Pack 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. 6! 6 fighters.
Looks like there will be 1 more fighter than last time. For this reason, we will be releasing the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass Volume 2. It will
All will
available
be
for
released
purchase on the date shown, so please keep an eye out.
December 31,
And now that it's
2021.
official, we intend to move ahead with development. Of course, like last time, the contents will remain unknown for now.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
personally very sorry that we have to release Fighters Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed.
I'll just buy it.
Like last time, I'd be very grateful if, despite that, you would understand why and purchase it. Furthermore, the new additions have already been decided.
Really
Even if
now.
I receive many requests regarding potential candidates on Twitter, I'm afraid it would be very hard to consider them.
Yeah, aka don't spam him like dumbass.
But I still hope you'll look forward to it.
Don't spam him.
We're also including a bonus with Fighters Pass Volume 2. Last time, it was a Rex costume. But this time, here's what we have.
What is it? It's Link.
It's a Mii
It's
fighter
a Guardian.
costume for Mii Sword Fighter, the ancient soldier gear from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This will not be for sale individually, so it can only be acquired as part of Fighters Pass Volume 2.
So 6 more characters. 6!
It's been reported that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest-selling fighting game in the world. Personally, I don't know if it counts as simply a fighting game, but I guess it's seen as a fighting game around the world.
Is it a fighting game?
Seems like Street Fighter 2 was in the lead for a while, but now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has surpassed it in total sales. However, I'm not sure if this is accurate. There were 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, or 6 to 7 if we really want to get into the weeds. Plus, there's the arcade versions and the 25 ports to other systems, so I don't know if that's been accounted for. Also, I don't know if that really qualifies as one game. It's up for discussion. So, who knows? But when it comes to a single piece of software, it seems like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is #1. Although, I still don't know if it can really be called just a fighting game. I feel like it's become more than a fighting game, some sort of celebration of gaming.
I agree with that.
Entirely.
I agree with that. I think it's a nice celebration.
Also, I feel a deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters. The first Fighters Pass just wrapped up, but it was decided that there will be more DLC. Which means no breaks for me.
No!
I
It's
plan to
bad.
keep working hard, so I hope you can continue to support
It's
us.
bad. Take a break.
That's it. Thank you.
Take a break, please. Don't. No. Come back. Actually, don't. Okay. Byleth. I guess, yeah, that pose makes a lot more sense now. Not only did he count that in a pretty clever way, that makes it that it looks like a 3. It's also 17th Fire Emblem game in the series. It's interesting. I think that's pretty cool. I love how he pointed it out too. Like earlier in the stream. Early in the direct. Not really a direct, it's presentation. That, yeah, like in the beginning he's like, yeah guys, no, don't take it personally if your character's not in. And then at the end it's like, yeah, stop spamming me on Twitter. Stop spamming him on Twitter. It's already decided. It's crazy. Yeah. I like that. I thought it was funny. I like how the trailer referenced the too many sword fighters thing. Swordsman. I like that. I thought that was funny. So like, yeah, you know, you can use more than a sword. Even though your sword is a whip. So there's the whip, the sword whip, the axe, the lance, and the bow. I have not played Three Houses and do not show that much interest in it outside of maybe watching a bit of it. Outside of maybe my friend watching my friend play it a bit. SRBGs aren't really my thing. So I'm fine with just watching a friend play, if anything. That's why I mentioned Lorenz. The boy. God. But yeah, I thought the stage was pretty cool to look at. I thought it was pretty cool. I like the characters reference at the background. That's nice. That's always nice. What else? So yeah, characters in the background. Those are nice to look at. Thought the trailer was pretty cool. That was pretty funny. Like, oh, that Byleth has 2 splash screens. Like the first one, yeah, it's usual. I forgot what it was. But then the second one is Byleth recruits Byleth. Because it's female Byleth. It's funny. I like that. So yeah, that's pretty neat. And he wasn't lying when he said that, yeah, it was obvious what character. That you know which character is going to show up once the trailer started. It's pretty neat. I guess I mentioned earlier that I thought Dante was going to be announced because of the Twitter, the DMC Twitter, going, prepare at this date, so December 16th, which is today. Now that I think about it, I guess that would make no sense. It would be sort of a violation of the NDA thing, because I know that you have to keep info withheld. you're not allowed to just share it willy-nilly before it's actually announced. You can get in trouble for that. So I guess there's that, and just over speculation. So yeah, I guess not Dante. I expected this DLC pass to be exclusively third-party characters. I don't know why. It just seemed to be that way. Joker, Atlas, Hero, Squeenix, Banjo-Kazooie, Rare, Terry, SNK. Then we went full circle and back to Nintendo with Fire Emblem, with Byleth. I was not expecting that. Interesting. I think Byleth's moveset looks cool. I don't think it's my cup of tea. Obviously, I'll try it out. Gonna play it a bit, experiment. Maybe I'll change my mind. After all, it'll look pretty different. According to Sakurai, he recorded this 2 months in advance. So it's only that was recorded in November. So the moves will probably look a bit different. I want to see how that goes. I doubt that it's too different, but it's different enough. Let's see. Yeah, I like the whole different weapons thing depending on the direction. So up is sword, side is lance, down is axe, and neutral, which is not much, is the bow and arrow, the legendary stuff. I think that's pretty neat. Not much else to say, I guess. It was a neat trailer. I'm not mad at anything. I'm not even disappointed. I'm more surprised. I'm surprised, but in a different way. I'm glad Fire Emblem Three Houses fans, and I guess Fire Emblem fans in general, get a new character. That's actually pretty different. I'm glad. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just glad that his slash her moveset, their moveset is pretty unique in its own way. I'm glad. What else? Yeah, I won't act all hyped up, excited over this. If anything, I'm more hyped for the Mii costumes. Because you get Cuphead. I have not played Cuphead, but Cuphead I've seen gameplay of. It's cool. I love the art style for that, because the classic cartoon aesthetic. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Wow, I like that. And two Ubisoft off costumes. So one from Assassin's Creed, I believe, and one from Rabbids. Thought that was cool. I wonder if we're gonna get an Ubisoft character next DLC pass. We'll see. And I'm glad that XN .exe, I think that's the right one. I think that's right. Yeah, .exe is for Battle Network. I don't know. I'm pretty sure. I'm glad that that's there. It's fun. I wish it was in the base game, but I understand why it wouldn't be. It's a third-party costume. Maybe not. Maybe they couldn't get it right away. I don't know. Depends. But yeah, I will admit that earlier in the reaction, I did jump the gun a bit. And I assumed, oh, they're announcing the next fight already. I was kind of expecting that to happen, but nah. I am very glad that we're getting more fighters. We're getting 6. Granted, I obviously still think Sakurai needs a break. Because that freaking, oh, no breaks remark is both kind of funny and very concerning. Jeez. Yeah. I still like the whole shut up on Twitter. He basically told Twitter to shut up. He basically told Twitter to shut up because the contents are already announced, are already predetermined for the next pass. Yeah. So yeah, you'll be seeing me buy that pass anyway, mostly because I'd rather get all the characters. Yeah, I'd rather get all the characters right away. Like, even if I don't care for... I don't really care if a character I'm neutral about gets added. It just means more content for the game, if you ask me. So, I'm cool with it. But yeah, 6. I guess it's kind of like... as if... I don't know what to say. Like, Piranha Plant can be considered the 6th DLC fighter. But he wasn't in the pass. I don't know. But yeah, I'll be sure to buy the pass sometime soon. See how that goes. I assume it's up on the eShop. Let me check. Smash Fighters Pass 2. Okay, this is 1. So that's not updated yet. It doesn't say. It's not updated yet. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. Apparently, no one in Nintendo knew about this, even though it felt like it should. No, whatever. So yeah, I am glad that the Direct wasn't as long as Terry's. For Terry's, he showed off the entire classic mode. I'm glad that he didn't in this case, and just did that silly Squad Strike, except he SDs the other characters. Yeah. So, yeah. It wasn't as long. That's nice. That is all I have to say. I look forward to Byleth being released. Can't wait to play a bit of them, and then I don't know, see what happens from there. Oh yeah, he acknowledged the #1 fighting game in the world thing. I do agree with him in that it's just not a fighting game, or not just a fighting game. Because yeah, I do definitely see it as a celebration of gaming. Just seeing all these characters from different franchises beat the shit out of each other. It's cool. Seeing so many just unite and all that, it's crazy. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say. I look forward to Byleth. Look forward to Mii costumes. I want to get the Cuphead Mii costume. That's sick. Yeah, that's all. That's all. See ya.